Welcome back, everyone. If you've just joined us, make sure you catch Part 1, where we broke down the IELTS exam format. Today, we're diving into the real work, building the skills you need for Band 7+, avoiding common traps, and staying motivated all the way to test day.
And let's be honest, a lot of learners start preparing for IELTS by doing practice tests over and over again. While practice tests are important, they're not the whole picture.
Exactly. You can't just keep answering questions without working on the underlying skills. It's like trying to win a marathon by only running on race day. You have to train smart and consistently. We always get asked, what books should I use? Honestly, if I could give you just one solid answer, it would be the Cambridge IELTS Books. And here's why. They're not just any practice materials. They contain real past test papers from previous IELTS exams. That means the reading passages, listening audios, and even the style of writing prompts are exactly what you'll see on the real test day.
Right. And when we say Cambridge IELTS Books, we mean the series labeled Cambridge IELTS 1, 2, 3, all the way up to the latest number. Each book has 4 full practice tests, complete with answer keys and listening scripts. But, and this is important, don't just sit down and do all of them in 1 week. That's a quick way to burn through valuable material without really learning.
Exactly. Think of them like a gym membership. If you lift every single dumbbell in one session, you're not going to get fit, you're going to get exhausted. The idea is to space out the practice so you can review, reflect, and improve between tests.
So here's a strategy for using the Cambridge books effectively. Step 1, choose one full test and attempt it under real exam conditions. That means timing yourself. No pausing, no checking your phone. Step 2, after finishing, go through the answers carefully. Don't just mark wrong or right. Ask, why did I get this wrong? Was it vocabulary? Was it a tricky question type? Did I misread the instructions? Step 4, make notes of your weaknesses. Maybe you keep missing matching headings in reading, or maybe in listening, you often lose track after hearing numbers.
And step 5, spend the next few days focusing on those weaknesses before you take the next full test.
And here's a golden rule. Never take a new test without learning from the previous one. Otherwise, you're just repeating the same mistakes on a different piece of paper.
For writing, I recommend exploring the videos on English Uplifting. We've created step-by-step tips and guides to help you improve your writing skills, from generating ideas to mastering complex sentence structures.
Exactly. Think of English Uplifting as your personal IELTS coach. Every video is designed to give you clear, actionable strategies so you can see real improvement with every practice session.
Exactly. But, and this is the trap some students fall into, you can't just read those model essays and magically improve. You need to practice writing your own essays and then compare them to the model answers.
Right. And if you can, get feedback from a teacher or an experienced IELTS trainer. Sometimes we're blind to our own mistakes. For example, you might think your vocabulary is amazing, but a teacher could point out that you're using the same phrases over and over again, which can limit your lexical resource score.
And for listening, we've got targeted practice sessions on the channel too. These will help you sharpen your focus, improve your note-taking skills, and get used to the pace and accent variety in the real test.
And if you're studying alone, the BBC Learning English website is a gold mine. It's not IELTS specific, but their listening and vocabulary materials are brilliant for building real-world English skills. And do not forget to check our vocabulary podcasts. It's really helpful for building your IELTS vocabulary.
For reading, I always tell my students, don't only practice IELTS passages. Read widely. News articles, science blogs, magazines. Why? Because IELTS texts can come from anywhere, from a history book to a biology journal. If your brain is used to understanding different writing styles, you'll feel more comfortable on test day.
Now, let's talk tech. If you have a smartphone, it can either be your biggest distraction or your best study partner.
True. Apps like IELTS Prep app by the British Council give you free practice questions, grammar tips, and vocabulary exercises. Then there's Anki or Quizlet for creating digital flashcards, perfect for reviewing vocabulary on the go.
Oh, and don't forget YouTube. There are so many IELTS channels out there, but not all content is created equal. That's why English Uplifting exists. We focus on delivering tips that are fully aligned with IELTS marking criteria. So you're not just learning random tricks, you're learning what actually gets you band 7 and higher.
Exactly. On English Uplifting, we guide you step by step, from improving your writing with proven strategies to mastering your listening skills with targeted practice. Every video is crafted to save you time, clear your doubts, and boost your confidence for test day.
And please don't fall into the resource overload trap. That's when you download every PDF, buy every book, and watch 50 different IELTS teachers. You end up so overwhelmed that you don't actually study.
Right. Choose, commit, and practice.
Because the truth is, it's not the number of resources you own that matters. It's how deeply you use them.
So, to sum up, use authentic materials like Cambridge IELTS books and official practice tests, get reliable writing feedback from trusted sources, build listening and reading stamina with both IELTS and non-IELTS content, use technology smartly, not as a distraction, focus on quality over quantity.
Do that consistently, and you're not just preparing for IELTS, you're training your brain to think, read, listen, and write like a high-level English user.
And that, my friend, is how you make every study minute count.
Let's be real. Preparing for IELTS can feel overwhelming. It's not just about the language. It's about discipline, patience, and mental stamina. Some days, you'll feel like you're making huge progress, and on other days, you might feel stuck. And that's okay.
Exactly. Think about it this way. IELTS preparation isn't a sprint. It's more like a marathon. And just like in a marathon, you need strategies to keep going when the excitement fades and fatigue kicks in.
One of the best strategies is to break your big goal into smaller, more achievable steps. Instead of thinking, I need band 7 and above, which can sound scary and distant, think, I'm going to improve my reading score by 1 band in the next month, or I'm going to write 3 high-quality essays this week.
Yes, small wins give you little bursts of motivation. Every time you achieve one of those mini goals, you feel progress, and that feeling of progress is powerful. It's like adding fuel to your preparation engine.
Another thing that keeps students motivated is tracking their journey. Keep a study journal. Write down what you studied today, what you found difficult, and what you improved on.
And review that journal every week. You'll be surprised when you see how far you've come. For example, if you look back a month and see that you used to get 23 out of 40 in reading, but now you're scoring 30, that's proof you're moving in the right direction.
And remember, numbers aren't the only progress markers. Maybe last week you learned 20 new academic words and actually used them in a speaking practice. That's huge progress, too.
Another tip, and this is especially important, is to make your practice as enjoyable as possible.
Right. If every study session feels like a punishment, your motivation will disappear fast. Instead, mix up your methods.
For listening, don't just do past papers. Listen to TED Talks, BBC podcasts, or YouTube channels on topics you enjoy. But apply IELTS techniques to them, like note-taking or summarizing.
For reading, choose articles that interest you, science, travel, culture, and then create your own mini IELTS questions about them. You'll train your brain while enjoying the process.
And for speaking, record fun mock interviews with friends. Pretend one of you is the examiner and the other is the candidate. Bonus points if you use silly accents.
This might sound cheesy, but you should actually celebrate your achievements.
Not cheesy at all. In fact, it's crucial. When you hit a milestone, maybe you finally wrote an essay without major grammar errors, or you achieved your highest listening score yet, reward yourself.
That reward could be anything. A nice meal, watching your favorite show, or even taking a guilt-free day off. This positive reinforcement helps your brain connect studying with good feelings, making you want to do it more.
Now, we need to talk about something important. Mistakes.
Ah, yes, the dreaded M word.
Many students see mistakes as failures, but in reality, mistakes are teachers. Every time you get something wrong, it's your chance to identify a weak area and fix it before the real exam.
Exactly. Imagine you make a silly error in a practice test. Maybe you misspelled a word or misunderstood a question type. That's actually a good thing, because now you can correct it while it doesn't cost you your final score. So instead of thinking, "Oh no, I'm bad at this," think, "Perfect, I found something to improve." That small mindset shift can save you a lot of stress.
Let's also talk about the people around you. Preparing for IELTS can be lonely if you do it all by yourself.
Yes, and isolation can make you lose motivation. That's why it helps to connect with other learners. Join an IELTS study group online or in your city.
You'll get tips, share resources, and most importantly, see that you're not alone in this journey. When one of your study partners improves, it'll inspire you to keep going too.
And if you can, get a teacher or a mentor who can guide you, correct your mistakes, and remind you that progress takes time.
Another motivational tool I love is visualization.
Right. Picture yourself opening your IELTS results and seeing your dream score. Imagine the relief, the pride, the opportunities that open up.
This isn't just positive thinking. Visualization actually programs your brain to believe in your ability to achieve that goal, which can make you work harder towards it.
And whenever you feel tired or discouraged, close your eyes for a minute and remember why you started. That why is your personal battery. It keeps you charged.
And we have to mention this: rest is not laziness.
Yes, pushing yourself too hard without breaks will burn you out. If your brain is exhausted, no matter how many hours you sit with your books, nothing will stick. So, schedule short breaks during study sessions and give yourself at least one lighter day each week to recharge.
Your mind works best when it's fresh. A rested brain remembers more, solves problems faster, and performs better in the actual exam.
Here's a secret. Motivation is not always there.
Yes, which is why you shouldn't rely on motivation alone. Build habits. If you set a specific study time every day and stick to it, your brain will get used to the routine, even on days when you don't feel like studying.
It's like brushing your teeth. You don't always feel motivated to do it, but you do it anyway, because it's part of your daily life.
And that's how you make sure your preparation keeps moving forward, even when your energy is low.
So, to sum it up, stay motivated by breaking your goals into small wins, tracking your progress, making practice fun, celebrating milestones, learning from mistakes, building a support system, visualizing success, resting well, and staying consistent through habits.
If you can keep your spirits high and your study routine steady, you'll not only prepare for IELTS effectively, but also enjoy the journey.
And that, my friends, is how you not just prepare for IELTS, but uplift yourself through the process.
So, to recap, learn the format, make a study plan, use official resources, and focus on quality practice.
You can get Band 7+, but only if you prepare smart, not just hard.
Thanks for listening. Don't forget, you can find links to recommended resources in the episode description.
See you next time on English Uplifting. Bye!
Bye!